So the other day, I went to that store in the mall that sells those Virginity Rocks t-shirts, and I thought, like, how cool. People celebrating virginity? These are my kind of people. That made for an awkward conversation with the cashier. It went a little something like, I'm so happy I found this shirt. It describes me perfectly. And the cashier looks me down and says, I can tell. In all seriousness, in today's hypersexualized society, we put a lot of emphasis on virgins and the concept of virginity. The Kinsey Institute at Indiana University explains that the average age the American man loses his virginity is 16.8 years old, meaning that from the time you turn 17, society is expecting men to be sexually active. Maybe that's why my high school gym teacher kept making fun of me. Glamour reports on March 30th of 2016 that studies published in the Journal of Sex Research have found that virgins are faced with a preconceived stigma, and that non-virgins are less likely to date virgins. And trust me, it's true. So today, we will start off by first looking at the problems with modern concepts of virginity, its causes, before we finish and pull out some solutions. So, like, what's the problem with modern concepts of virginity, other than trying to convince a bunch of teenagers and 20-some-odds that not getting laid is cool? There are two persisting problems. Male virginity is a taboo, and our treatment of male virgins. So first, male virginity as a taboo. Being a man and being a virgin is kind of like being the type of person who drives a Prius. You're awkward, uncool, and nobody wants to talk to you. A Good Men project of September 17, 2017 outlines that a man's worth is usually tied to his ability to have sex and find a sexual partner. I mean, men can't even go on The Bachelor without society making a big old fuss over the fact that he's a virgin. So I guess that means that my dreams of ever being on that show are crushed. I mean, can't a man be able to give a girl a rose without having to deflower himself first? But society has painted the adult male virgin as awkward, uncool, confined to the walls of his mother's basement, living the life of the beta man he is. This man has little to no social value, and in the minds of some, no value as a person. Kind of like Will Schuester in every single season of Glee. Our second problem is the treatment of male virgins. Iowa State Daily of May 21st, 2019 explains that while female virgins can be seen as pure, male virgins are rarely, if ever, never seen in that way. Men are expected to be sexually active and actively mocked when they're not. I mean, who knew that men could be so misogynistic that they would go as far as to make fun of other men? Clearly no one who has met Kyle at the Kappa Sig frat house. Now, let's slide into some causes. First, sex as status. Second, virginity as a social construct. According to the 2018 edition of the Journal of Men's Studies, college-aged men are often victims of virgin shaming. The study concluded that college-aged men typically view sex as an achievement or milestone. In fact, one respondent in the study said that in high school, his friend told him that his goal was to have sex with 100 girls. Which is funny because in high school, my goal was to catch 100 Pokemon in my Pokemon game, and I thought that's what most of us were after. Guess not. But Kyle was actually able to reach that goal. But now he's known as Chlamydia Kyle, so it's a trade-off. But because sex is seen as status, when college-age men are in social groups talking about beer, boobs, and basketball, the virgins fall lower in social standing because they aren't perceived as being worthy enough to talk about it because they haven't had sex. Our second cause is virginity as a social construct. according to the School of Sexuality Education on May 2nd of 2020. The word virginity refers solely to penis-vagina sex, which is nothing like I read in 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, I thought it was a book about art. Okay, this excludes the wide variety of sexual wants and desires. Sex is different for everyone, and should refer to the wide variety of sexual wants and experiences. I mean, just ask Bill Clinton. Medium furthers this on December 16th of 2019 by stating that virginity is heteronormative, and that this excludes men in the LGBTQ plus community. But if Kyle gets a few too many Bud Lights in his systems, he may give Chad a look, and then it's okay. Now, let's plunge into some solutions. First one is pretty obvious. Yeah. But seriously, changing the way we both talk and teach about virginity can be crucial steps. Because there are things that we can make fun of Kyle for, like how he smells, how he wears Vineyard Vines every day, or how he always plays devil's advocate in every single poli-sci class that he's ever been in. According to Refinery 29 on August 28th of 2019, both Gen Z and millennials have been found to not have had a sexual partner before the age of 18. Also, losing your virginity has solely meant P in the V. So, expanding that to include a wide variety of sexual wants and experiences can make the term more inclusive and less exclusive. And guys, there are many other things we can talk about other than sex. Like movies. There's Jennifer's Body, American Pie, the 40-year-old, maybe not those. We can also change the way we talk about virginity to our children and future children. Newsweek of February 21st, 2021 explains that they interviewed a mom on TikTok who went viral for saying that she's teaching her daughters that virginity doesn't exist. She is teaching them that just because you have sex, the worth of your life has not been changed. And that while having sex is important, the first time is not. Now, whether or not you agree with the specifics of what she's teaching, the essence of it, of changing the way future generations view virginity, is a crucial step into getting rid of virgin shaming. And that's just the naked truth. And to the people who still virgin shame, just know that other people's sex life is none of your business, and that you do not have the right to make that public info. So today, we have looked at the problems with modern concepts of virginity, its causes, and some solutions. Now, if you excuse me, I still have $13.95 left from that Spencer's gift card.